Okay, guys. So this case study is all about this e-commerce application. Okay. So why we have the person like Mr. Anthony. Okay, he's an NRA. He wants to develop a website on the e-commerce application. Why he wants to develop this application means just he is not able to generate the more sales or people are not having the more sense of this huh? About this fashion sense, guys. So he wants to build an application. So he has been reached to the category and he have been discussed about the developing this application. Okay, with the budget of 1 crore and the duration of this 18 months. Okay, same. It will be the simple case study. So they want to develop an e-commerce application. Okay, to buy the products. So if you observe here is the some of the problem statements like why we are there developing this application means because people are not having the knowledge about this fashions, okay, of the customers. They are not because of that reason their sales are not increasing. So and also there will be a lack of customer reach everything, okay. So to generate the more leads, but there is a no customer reach because only few customers are being buying their products, okay, from their e-commerce. For that reason, they have been preparing this application, okay, e-commerce application. So it will be a similar case study by comparing to your agriculture product store, okay. The case study which they are in the capstone projects we've been assigning is the online agriculture product store. But here the case study is about the e-commerce application. By having this reference of this case study, you can able to prepare the document and questions, okay, for the agriculture product store. So this is about the simple overview of this case study. So if you observe here in this prep 1 part 2, we have some 10 to 12 questions, okay. The first question is all about the audits, guys. So, if I want to say about the similarity about this audits means audits. Why we are conducting these audits means just to inspection, guys. Is either the project is going smoothly or not. In the middle, if there have been any difficulties, the documentations are properly they have been prepared or not. They have been properly developing the code or not. Like that, for every phase, requirement gathering, requirement analysis, design, huh, and also development testing. We every phase we've been conducting some audits, guys. Why we've been conducting the audits means just to check those things, okay? Whether the process is going smoothly or not. They in the requirement phases we've been checking that like they have been gathered the requirements properly or not. They have been fetched those requirements in the documentation or not. Just they've been inspecting, okay, whether it will be the proper manner or not. For that reason, we've been conducting this audits, okay. We have the two types of audits also, external and internal audits. So inside the our project, if we've been conducting any audits, means our internal team, we will consider those things as an internal audits, okay. From the external, from the outside, we've been having any external, and they've been doing any audits, inspections, means we will consider those things as external audits, okay. So for these audits, we have these 5 tables, okay. So you guys need to prepare five audits for the each phase, okay. Like requirement gathering, requirement analysis, design, development, testing, okay. So this is the template you can able to follow. In case if you will follow the new template also, it's fine. But mostly have this reference, just to prepare the 5 audits, okay, for this case study. So this is about the question 1, okay. And if you see the question 2 is about the BA approach strategy document. Okay. So in this BA approach strategy document, we've been asking some of the questions, okay, about the elicitation techniques, about the stakeholder analysis. So it will be a theoretical question only. For your case study, you can able to answer these questions, okay? Like what are the elicitation techniques you've been using to gather the requirements and how you've been doing this stakeholder analysis, okay? Basic in your theoretical concepts also you've been done right. Simply if I want to say about this Ratio matrix means we've been by using this ratio matrix, we've been identifying the all the stakeholders, guys. Okay, why we are identifying the stakeholders means for our work, what which task we need to assign for the every stakeholder. For if you want to gather any inputs from the stakeholders means first we need to identify the stakeholders. Na? For that reason, we've been identifying. Okay, and also you need to mention about the documents also. Okay, for this question, simply you've been adding what are the documents you've been preparing for this case study. Mention those documents names. Okay, and one more question about this sign-offs also. How you've been taking the sign-offs for the documents? If you've been taking the sign-offs means you've been using some of the communications like, channels, na? Like email. Sometimes you've been on your Google Meet or like you've been just conducting the meetings and you've been taking the sign-off. Sometimes directly you are moving for the client and taking the inputs, na? So you can able to answer. Okay. These are the basic things only, theoretical things. In the questions they mention, just follow this reference, okay? How you take in the approvals, how you take in the sign-offs, what are the communication channels you have been implemented, and how you have been handled the change request, okay? So these things you can able to answer in this BA Pro strategy document, okay? And question number 3 is all about the three-tier architecture, okay? So it will be also the theoretical answer. Here we been representing the diagram, okay? But in case if you add the diagram also, it's fine. Or else if you've been explaining all the 3 layers also, it's fine, okay? About the application layer, business logic layer, and database layer, okay? Application means just application layer or client layer means it will be the interface, okay? This whole diagram will be the back end, okay? So you don't need to have that much knowledge, but back end work, everything will be done. Okay. So this client tier means if you are interacting with any application, we may able to see some screens. Na? So that will be the process. Okay. To communicate with the application, if you are communicating means if you are any typing or if you've been interacting means the next process, if it will enters the queries to this business logic tier. Okay. So in the business logic layer, it just take your query from you and it implements in the database. Okay. Either if the query you have been entered is been valid or not. If it is valid means it logics in the business logic layer and it displays here. Okay. In this application type. It is only the theoretical version. In case if you want, if you want to attend means you can able to add this diagram or else each layer you can able to explain. Okay, about the 3 layers like application layer, business logic layer, database layer. Okay, see here also we have some theoretical definitions. You can able to observe. Okay, and question number 4 is all about the approach strategy. Okay, about the framing questions. To gather the requirements, everything, what are the questions you've been framing, okay? Like you've been framing the 5W1H framework, or else you've been using any smart technique, or else directly you've been doing this ratio or UMLs, okay? It will be also theoretical. You can able to, by having this reference, you can able to have this answers, okay, in your document. And also in this BA Pro strategy document, we've been mentioning some of the things also, like UMLs also we mentioned you can able to answer, okay? And the question number 5 is all about the solicitation techniques, okay? So you can able to mention, explain, elaborated the solicitation techniques, okay? Like brainstorming, document analysis, reverse engineering. It will be the theoretical things also. And you've been learning in your theoretical classes, na? About the brainstorming technique, focus groups. Document analysis means just why we are preparing this document analysis. Just in case in our projects, if we've been left our projects means we need to have the documents. If somebody has been assigned our work means for their reference, okay. If they want to start the process again means it's not a possible thing. So if you have the documents, everything means it is easy, okay, to understand the project also. So for that case, we've been doing that documentations, everything. So it will be the theoretical things only. You can able to elaborate, okay, about this brainstorming, document analysis, reverse engineering, observation. Like that we have the 10 elicitation techniques. Just you need to explain, okay? And question number 10 is question number 7 is all about the business requirements, guys. So business requirements are like end users or customer client requirements, okay? So in your case study, case study which they have been assigned, simply you need to add the requirements, okay? See, here I have been added this business requirements like user should be able to search the products for the app. So it will be the e-commerce application. So it will be the e-commerce application, right? So if they in the e-commerce application, what they've been doing, they've been searching for the products of these items about the fashion products. So it will be the requirement, okay? He need to search the requirements. And the requirement to all about the browse through the product catalog. If you've been selecting this such item means we have the list of product catalog. In the product catalog, we have the list of all the items, okay? What are the products types we have, okay? It will be the second requirement here, the client's one given, okay? And if you see the third requirement all about the, he need to have this login and password, okay? User need to create a login ID and password. If you want to open the application, if you want to buy the products, everything means first we need to sign off, right? So this is the reason this requirement has been given, okay? And the four requirement are user should be able to create the login and ID password first, okay? See, if we want the same requirement only, but just if they want to log in through the application means at least they need to have this user ID and password, okay? These are the basic requirements the client has been given for this case study, okay? But in your case study, you need to check the things, okay? About the requirements, everything by having those references. So you can able to follow this template about the BRD. BR001 means business requirement 1, business requirement 2, 3, 4, okay? And here are some of the question number 8 is all about the assumptions, okay, for the project. So for this case study, the assumptions can be like user can log in using Facebook or Google account. He want to sign in with their application with a different accounts, okay? This is the assumption. And also user has the knowledge about the fashions. The client is thinking like the users also need to have this knowledge about the fashions, everything like that he been assuming some of the things, but in your case, in your capstone project one, by basing upon the case study, you need to add, okay, some assumptions like five to mostly you can able to add five assumptions. In case if you want to add some other assumptions means you can able to add, okay? And also you need to project requirements priority, okay? Just here you've been for the question number 10, you've been adding this requirements list everything. So in the question number 9, you are adding those requirements only. But for those requirements, you've been prioritizing also. Okay. You are assigning some values. How important the requirement is. Okay. You've been representing into this tabular format. Okay. See, for the business requirement one, the user search for the products. It will be the requirement. You need to give the description of this requirement also. See, elaborate this user story and this requirement, okay? User should be able to search for the available products. So you need to give the brief description elaborating this requirement, okay? And you've been giving some priority about it. If the requirement is the more important means you can able to assign the high value, or else if it is less in important means you can able to give one or two like that, okay? Right now you've been randomly you can able to give, okay, by having the most important requirement you can able to give the highest high values. If the requirement is low in value means you can able to give the low values, okay? So you need to present in this question for the tabular format, okay? Question number 9. And for your case study you need to prepare the use case diagram also, okay? In your theoretical classes you have been learn about the use case diagram, and there will be a session also they have been explaining the tool session also how to prepare the use case diagram. Here I have been given some dummy use case diagram, okay, for this case study. But you need to present properly, guys, by having this reference of this use case diagram in detail explain, okay. Here I have been given only the include relationships only. But for your case study, you can able to add both include and exclude and generalization also, okay. So in case if you have missed this tools explanation recordings means in our YouTube channel also we have this recordings by having the reference of this use case diagram and going through that video, just prepare the use case diagram for your case study, okay? Basic thing. But you need to present properly, guys, about this all the actors and primary actors, okay? And if you've been adding the use case diagram means you need to prepare the use case specifications also. This will be the template for this use case specifications document, okay? See, like use case ID, use case name, actors, description, conditions, everything, okay? So for your use case diagram, just you need to prepare the 5 use case specifications, okay? Like this for your case study, okay? This is about the use case specifications. 1 minute, guys. So these are the questions we have, okay? 1 minute. Hello,
Yes,
guys.
yes,
Yes, sir. So this is about these questions, okay? By having this reference, okay, you can able to prepare, answer those questions for your case study, okay? So, and okay, 1 minute, guys.